Defining packaging. Defining product packaging in ETIM-Mapper can be challenging, especially because the same product can be sold in various packaging formats. We distinguish between individual packaging for a single product unit, group packaging such as cartons of 6 or 24 units, and logistic packaging like pallets. Some products, such as gravel or sewer pipes, are sold entirely without packaging, while others, like fittings, are distributed without individual packaging. Packaging is always defined in relation to the ordering unit, the unit in which the product is purchased and priced. Packaging in ETIM-Mapper involves specifying its type by specifying the packing unit code and quantity in relation to order unit. Identification codes. Whether it can be opened. Number of parts. Size and weight. In the packing unit code, select the type of packaging from a predefined list. The list is generally straightforward and easy to follow, but there are a few terms that may need further explanation. Take, for example, the phrase "one unit." This typically refers to an item without any packaging, essentially a single unpackaged product. In such cases, it's usually marked with the code C62. However, if a product comes with its own packaging, such as a box, blister pack, or wrapping, then the appropriate type of packaging should be selected from the list. Another common point of confusion lies in the difference between a roll and a reel. Here's how to tell them apart. A reel includes a solid mechanical core, something that a material is wound around. In contrast, a roll typically lacks this kind of structure, or may have a simple substitute, like a cardboard tube. Finally, it's worth mentioning the term unpacked NE. This indicates that the product's original packaging is either missing or has been opened. Let's continue with the definition of packaging. In the quantity field, enter how many ordering units fit inside that packaging. Use the GTIN and GS1 fields to define identification numbers. For grouped packaging, like cartons or pallets, these numbers should differ from the code used for individual units. The package break field indicates whether the packaging can be opened and repacked. Normally, this should be set to false to keep consumer units intact during distribution. In some logistical scenarios, inner packaging may be repacked, in which case this can be set to true. The packing parts field defines how many separate packages the product will be delivered in. Usually this is one, unless the product is shipped in multiple boxes. Finally, fill in fields for the dimensions, gross weight, and corresponding units of measurement for the packaging. Let's examine several products with clearly defined packaging definitions. We'll start with the first example. A wood screw, 5 by 50 millimeters. This product is ordered in cardboard boxes, each containing 100 screws, or in a collective package. A larger carton that holds 10 such boxes. In this case, the ordering unit in the application is the box. The minimum order quantity is 1 box, and any number of boxes can be ordered, so the order interval is 1. Since the ordering unit is a package containing multiple products, screws, we also define the content unit as piece, 1 unit, with a quantity of 100 pieces per box. In the packaging section, we define the base package, 1 box, which is also the ordering unit. The collective package, a carton containing 10 boxes, in other words, 10 ordering units. Let's look at the detailed definition of each package. The GTIN code for the box is provided. Required fields include the packing unit, box, and the quantity of ordering units, which is 1 in this case. The package is not breakable logistically. Screws are not sold individually. The product is delivered in 1 part. Dimensions and gross weight of the package are also provided. Let's take a look at the definition of the second packaging level. In this case, the packing unit code is a carton, which contains 10 order units. The GTIN code for the collective packaging must be different from the code of the single order unit. This collective package can be split logistically as it contains smaller packaging units. However, it is normally delivered as a single unit. The definition is completed by the dimensions and weight of the entire package with the products inside. Now let's look at a second example. A 3-wire flat installation cable YDY sold in 100-meter rolls, or in a carton that contains 3 such rolls. Here, the ordering unit is 1 roll with a minimum order quantity of 1. The order interval is also 1 roll. Each roll contains 100 meters, so the content unit is meter, and the quantity per package is 100 meters. In the packaging section, we define the base package, 1 roll, ordering unit. The collective package, carton with 3 rolls. The third example is similar, but the cable is sold by the meter rather than by the roll. We still have the same physical packaging. Base package, 1 roll, 100 meters. Collective package, carton with 3 rolls. In the ordering information section, the ordering unit is now meter. The minimum order quantity is 100 meters. The order interval is 100 meters. Each full roll. For each 1 meter of ordered product, the content unit is also 1 meter. In the packaging section, we again define the base package, 100-meter roll, and carton with 3 rolls as the collective package. The base package, roll of 100 meters, now corresponds to 100 ordering units, since the unit is 1 meter, and the collective package, carton with 3 rolls, corresponds to 300 ordering units. Another example, super glue, sold and ordered as individual 2-milligram tubes. Each tube is individually packed, but also available in trays of 12 tubes and in cartons containing 20 trays, which equals 240 tubes. The definition in the application is as follows. The order unit is 1 tube with a minimum order quantity and quantity interval of 1. The base packaging level is a single tube with its own dimensions. The next packaging level is a tray of 12 tubes. The highest packaging level is a carton containing 240 tubes. Another example from a different product range, PVC pipe, ordered by the meter but sold in 3-meter pieces without packaging. According to the definition in the application, the order unit is 1 meter. The minimum order quantity and quantity interval is 3. The base packaging unit is a single 3-meter pipe, delivered unpackaged. These examples have been provided to illustrate how to define packaging correctly for different kinds of products. The following section highlights the most frequent errors encountered in this area. Let's take a closer look at important rules and common mistakes when defining product packaging in ETIM-Mapper. Correct packaging data ensures smooth logistics and consistency across channels, but it's easy to get it wrong. Always define at least 1 base packaging level, the smallest packaging that corresponds to a single product or the minimum order quantity. Ideally, you should define 3 levels: base packaging, group packaging, for example, carton, logistic packaging, such as the pallet. Defining grouped packaging without defining base packaging is considered incorrect. Another common mistake is assigning multiple packaging types with the same quantity. For each quantity value, specified in the quantity field, only 1 packing unit code is allowed. Even if it is physically possible, avoid defining collective packaging with the same quantity value. For example, bag-in-box quantity is 10. Such a definition of packaging is ambiguous and confusing. Packaging units must reflect real packaging types, not measurement units like pieces, meters, kilograms, or liters. But there's an exception. When products are delivered without packaging, like pipes, fittings, or gravel, in such cases, using piece, meter, or kilogram is acceptable because the product has no physical packaging. If a product is sold by the meter and 1 unit equals a 3.5 meter pipe, the quantity should be set to 3.5 and the packaging unit would be piece. The use of meter is also permitted here. You can use the same packaging type code more than once. For example, a light bulb packaged in boxes of 6 or 24 units. Carton with quantity equals 6. Carton with quantity equals 24. But this does not apply to unit types like piece, meter, or kilogram. Pipe sold by the meter, 1 unit, with quantity equals 2.5, 1 unit, with quantity equals 4. This is not allowed for unit types. Stick to one configuration per orderable unit. Let's recap. Always define at least the smallest base packaging. Avoid duplicate quantities with different packaging types. Use measurement units only when products are unpackaged. Don't reuse unit-based packaging types like piece or meter multiple times for the same product. With these rules in mind, you can avoid the most common issues and ensure packaging data in ETIM-Mapper is clear, structured, and accurate. Having clear packaging definitions makes product data more accurate and logistics more efficient.